Welcome back to Invest Today. We're going to look at the Nasdaq 100. It's October 14th, 2024. Okay, so here's the Nasdaq 100, and you can see that it's approaching its all-time high there, 2,900. We'll call it $21,000. So that's where it's approaching and looking like it could be a top. So you got to watch out for that. Reason why I have this pink line here like that, sitting there, because it's come through. We're in the 1 week chart, by the way. It's come through the 200 moving average there and it bounced off of that 200 moving average. That's exactly what happened after COVID. So same thing, similar action, just like the S&P 500. It happened the same way. This time it didn't bounce or even go below the 200 moving average, just bouncing off of it. Okay. And that was a top for the Nasdaq, was 16,732, and then coming down from there. After the Nasdaq hit $17,032, it came down to minus 37% and a minus $6,279 decrease of approximately 47 weeks. Okay. That was a huge downfall for the Nasdaq and a big bear run, okay, after it hit that high. So if we assume history here being the same after it hits its high, okay, would essentially bring us down 30%, 47 weeks, $6,279, which would be approximately the same bear run it had there after COVID pump, okay, back in 2022. Same decline it had with Bitcoin as well. Okay, so Nasdaq follows almost Bitcoin like a T. It does have similarities because it's very volatile, and the assets that are in the Nasdaq seem to be high risk, and same with cryptocurrencies. So we do see potentially, after it hits a top here, potentially being a top and coming down and receding a 30% decrease, that would make it go below its 200 moving average. So that's only if it hits a top here. So, okay, so we'll take that line away there and we'll talk about some prices. We'll go into the 1 day chart here. Okay, you can see that it's breaking. The 50 moving average is coming above the 100 moving average. So it's looking like it's breaking a higher support there. And that's exactly what's happening. Gapped up a little bit there to 20,600 and coming higher to retest that all-time high. You can see right there. So it does look like there's a lot of movement to the upside to go here. And it looks like the pressure can potentially get it to break above that all-time high. Okay, so if we had the same sort of movement we had there, we're looking at, okay, so it did fall below the 100 moving average. So I would say this one here, as it fell below the 100 moving average, it would bring my new target right there to $22,231 for the Nasdaq 100. Okay, so that's extremely, extremely bullish. That's if the market keeps pushing higher and higher, and of course on good news and volatility. I do see the market going right there to $22,231. If, of course, it can't break that all-time high, looking to go down to retest 19,908. If it can't sit on that as support, then it breaks lower to $19,300. And there is pretty much a gap down, right down to 18,424. There is a little bit of resistance in there, but not much. And then, of course, if it breaks this big one, $18,400, it would see pretty much right down to $16,000. And that would be its 365 moving average. Now, the Nasdaq does have history coming down to there and then coming lower and coming into buying opportunity after it goes below its 365 moving average and just sitting there in a bear run for a while until it breaks above it. So obviously broken above it here. Now we're moving higher. Okay, that's a top right there, 21,000. Like I said, if we have that same push up that we had here after the COVID pump, then that would bring us to 22,200. So that would move the markets a lot if that happens. All right, so that's how I see Nasdaq today on the Nasdaq 100. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.